Hey guys, I'm not feeling well at all. I'm very, very sick. It's affecting everything about me, and thankfully tonight was my night off from work. I spent the night watching TV. I just threw on Netflix, and I was looking for something to watch. Something quick, preferably. I came across Vampegeddon. Vampegeddon. I don't even know what to say about this film. Supposedly, Vampegeddon was done by a group of film school students, and there was no script to it. And if that really is true, trust me, you can tell. This movie just wasn't that great. I didn't like it that well. I'd love to say something about the acting, but I have no idea what it was like. The entire film was basically dubbed over.
Listen to me, you little wank. Giovanni gets to do what I think he means to do. Your entire world just turned upside down. Giovanni means to make Melissa his bride. When a vampire takes a bride, he means to make a blood sacrifice. With a blood sacrifice, he opens up the gate that holds every vampire ever slayed in check. This is very, very bad.
It was dubbed over, basically, to the point where it sounded like a PlayStation 1 video game that was imported over. You know, where the audio isn't quite right. Not everything syncs up properly. Very, very slow-moving film. Barely anything went on. The whole concept is basically a group of, I don't know if they're supposed to be teens or adults. I mean, if they were supposed to be teenagers in school, they look like they were in their mid-20s. I don't know. But, basically, they want to create this vampiric uprising. And, the one girl, I forget her name because I really just didn't care. That's how amazing this film was. She finds a book, and it's supposed to have spells and everything to resurrect vampires.
You take this book of your own free will?
Yes.
This is the life. You understand that?
Sure.
It starts off with a period piece, in a way, about a vampire named Giovanni, and some cowboy that goes around killing vampires, kills him. Cut to modern day, and that's where the three girls come in. Them, their two boyfriends, and essentially this film's version of Bulk and Skull from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Yeah, it was that creative. The audio was just so horrible. Things weren't syncing up, and you could tell the voices are not even the right actors half the time. The one girl, towards the end... Okay, the film is 75 minutes. It's an hour and 15 minutes total. And you spend a good 45-50 minutes of it with just doing nothing. Except seeing tits. Every female in this film was topless. Including the main female who... Melissa? Thank you. The main female, Melissa. Just do a porno already. With how naked she was. She didn't reveal anything below the waist. But if this film... If there were any hidden intent in the production of this film, I'd say the producer honestly just wanted to see these chicks naked. That's pretty much it. Because, like I said, the three main females, naked. The four... And I'm not even kidding you, they're credited as this. The four vampire sluts were naked. Yeah. They basically just kept getting naked. Yeah, definitely not my cup of tea. I'm not someone who goes into a film specifically to see boobs. Unless it's a porno. That'd be it. If I'm going into that, I expect to see some nipples. The storyline was just god-awful. It was horrible.
My brother told me there was a British guy who used to live out here before the settlers came. One day he gets in a fight with a bunch of cowpoke, slaughters all of them, buries the bodies, burns the homes, just disappeared.
This is the ritual. The real one. The ceremony.
Please don't read me a lie.
Why are you scared?
Like I mentioned, it's just the three girls. They want to bring a vampiric uprising, and Melissa doesn't want to live in that town anymore, so she wants to resurrect vampires for God knows what friggin' reason. Doesn't really describe what the intent was. I don't know if she wanted to lead the vampires and destroy the town or what. But after she gets the book from this random creepy guy that's doing a garage sale, where the 4 vampire sluts are first introduced, which, by the way, the book is brand new. It's not ancient. They didn't even bother taking a tea bag and just patting the friggin' paper with it to make it look old. And there was some animation that looked like it was straight from Evil Dead. Like the book goes flying and the pages start going, and it looks like something out of Evil Dead. I wasn't that impressed. Then the final battle begins, finally. I'd say 20-25 minutes into the film, if that. All the vampires frickin' do is hiss. And on top of that, all the girls frickin' do is give in to the vampire in a dream state and basically suck the blood from Giovanni, from his arms and everything, while trying to be as sensual as possible. It was not sensual. The effects weren't really that good. One of the characters, honestly, gets his head punched off by one of the vampires. That looked alright. Other than that, there's really nothing else to talk about. The one girl, Liz, gets possessed by the vampire hunter at the very start of the film. And I guess it's supposed to be where a guy is doing the voiceover, but it's clearly another girl. And she has a British accent, and yeah, it's really annoying. I didn't like this film that much. I mean, I really like bad films. I went into this expecting to kind of like this film because I knew it was going to be bad. Netflix gave it 2.5 stars. IMDb has 1.6. I gotta give it a 3. The audio was horrible. Some of the special effects, like a garage door opening, were obnoxiously loud, or they didn't even have effects for a car door closing. The production actually looked pretty good, but again, there's nothing going on. There were scenes where you can tell they tried to edit it along, and there would just be a little bit of black between the scenes that's not supposed to be there. For a film school project, okay, I can see why it kind of looked like crap, but I don't get the excuse for the audio, other than, I guess, lack of script. They just went in and wrote everything from there. And you could really tell there's no script. I mean, they just look like they're just walking around doing nothing, having a party and drinking beer. That's it. So if you want to watch a couple of mousy-looking women take their top off constantly, or have a vampire cut it off, while they just sit around a fire drinking beer, give it a shot. If not, even if you're a fan of bad films, this is really just not worth it. It's 75 minutes for a project. Not even that. I definitely would have given it a bad grade then. If they came to me and said, "This is our project." Oh, well. Okay. Tits. Awesome. Way to go. Yeah. I'm gonna give this a 3. Just pass. Trust me. It's... Some probably wouldn't even give it a 3. I'll give it a 3 just because it looked alright. That's it. Storyline itself at least had a conclusion. That's about all the perks. Plus, I do have to admit, I laughed at some of the bad voiceovers. The one girl, she's screaming one guy's name in the video, and all he's, "Tim!" She's screaming in fear for his life. It's just Tim, or whatever the guy's name was. That had me cracking up laughing. It's worth it just for the horrible audio alone, but if you go in thinking this is a serious film, don't bother.
Kind of creepy, huh?